G'day! Today we're heading to Portland, Victoria that is. It's about 4 and a bit hours from Melbourne. We're heading over there now, some really cool stuff to see. So sit back and enjoy as we show you around Portland, Victoria. So we're all set up at the Portland Bay Caravan Park. We're about to head over to Cape Bridgewater. There's some blowholes there, there's a petrified forest and a seal colony. So let's hit the road and let's go have a look. Alright, so here we are just at the beginning of the walk out to the seal colony. It's a 2-hour return trip along the cliff edge. Alright, let's go. We're about 10 minutes away from the seal lookout. We just come across this sign and we are standing at the highest cliff in Victoria at 135 meters above the ocean. Apparently this was an explosion crater of a volcano. Looks like there's another little lookout just a little bit further on. We'll go see the view from there. Just walked out to the lookout and we've seen the seals. There's a handful of seals here, really nice, but this probably has to be one of the nicest coastal walks I've ever done. Absolutely fantastic views. If you just come for the views, it's well worth it. Anyway, we're going to grab some lunch and then we're going to head over to the Petrified Forest and the blowholes. Alright. Alright, so we're now going to go and have a look at the blowhole and the Petrified Forest.
Okay, let's go.
Just up this track is also some rock pools and a freshwater spring.
These rock pools were formed by gas trapped in the lava flow during a volcanic eruption. A little further up the track is the Freshwater spring, where they amazingly used to water their cattle. And now to have a look at the Blowhole.
Happening over at the Blowhole, probably not enough rough weather, it's really windy, but we're going to now head over to the Petrified Forest.
Oh my gosh, the wind, so strong.
It's shocking.
These tubes are actually limestone solution tubes eroded by millions of years of rainfall seeping through the ground.
So that was the Blowhole, the Springs Lookout and the Petrified Forest. We're now going to head around the corner and look at the Tarragal Caves. Tarragal Caves. Now if you only go to the main cave, which is about 50 metres up a steep incline, you're going to miss out on some of the best bits. So there's a little track to the side. If you're facing the cave, there's a little track on the right hand side. If you follow that down, you'll find the rest of the caves over to the side, and you'll get some pretty good views there as well. Alright, another day and we're off to the Cape Nelson Lighthouse.
To go onto the Enchanted forest walk, so it's about a 45-minute return, and it's supposed to be enchanted because it's got canopies, vines, these particular Moona trees. So anyway, it's with lots of nice little scenic things to see along the way. Enchanted walk, and it really is enchanted. It's beautiful. There are canopies and vines and butterflies. What more can we ask for? Anyway, check this one out.
We're off to our next spot. Okay, we're at Point Danger and about to go and see the Garnets. We're just waiting for our volunteer guide to come and show us around and show us the area.
Weeks ago they were nesting and laying eggs and a lot, and then they all decided that the season wasn't right and have
And left. There was nothing there.
Well, we're at the Garnets colony, and no Garnets.
Unfortunately, the birds aren't here this time. Our season hasn't been kind to them, and the feed has left, so they have left.
So unfortunately, as Naomi said, there wasn't any Garnets. Apparently they weren't getting enough food, so they've left their eggs and left the area. Normally there's about a few hundred out there, but unfortunately today we caught only a couple flying in the area. So anyway, that's the way it goes. We're off to our next spot.
And we are back at Cape Bridgewater for the Seals by Sea tour. Make sure you book for this one, as it can book out during peak periods.
You just got to do this one. It's fantastic.
So now we're at the Portland Powerhouse Car and Motor Museum. So we're going to go in and have a look around. For anyone that's into cars, this is a place to go. That was a really nice little museum there. They've got some really nice restored cars there, and a number of pieces of memorabilia from vintage cars. So if you're into old cars and motor museums, then it's definitely worth a visit.
Okay, this is Whalers Bluff Lighthouse right here, and it is it was originally built at Battery Point in Portland in 1859 and was known as the Portland Bay Light. So in 1889 it was relocated stone by stone to Whalers Bluff in order to make room for gun emplacements at Battery Point. So it's such a beautiful lighthouse.
Tram. We're about to jump on one of their trams for a 45-minute tour around Portland.
Okay, so here we are at the Portland Visitor Centre, and so about to go and get some information on some things to look at, but also attached with the Maritime Discovery Centre as well. So we've heard that a lot of interesting facts about Portland, the history of their about their ports, and there's also a big skeleton of a whale that you can apparently step into. Anyway, let's go and have a look.
Another spot we've been told is really good and it's very renowned is the Botanic Gardens. So we're going to go and have a look at that now. Well, that was a nice surprise, a nice little Botanic Gardens, really nice plants in there. I did see a really nice rose in there that has a vibrant yellow centre and fire red leaves called Tequila Sunrise, so I think I'm going to have to get one of those for my own garden. So we're about to go on the Seacliff Nature Walk. It's a 3k hike, it takes about 1.5 to 2 hours. Apparently it goes along the cliff then through some bushland, so let's go check it out. That was a really awesome little walk there. It only took us about an hour. One thing you do need to remember is make sure you bring fly spray because the flies are quite bad. But the views there at the cliff, we're about halfway around. It's absolutely fantastic, well worth the walk.
The Lee Breakwater is 1,179 metres long. It's open to the public and it's great for fishing. You can drive along the breakwater where you'll see many people fishing, and we even saw one person bring up this 70 centimetre flathead. So if you're into fishing, that's the place to be.
Alright, we're all packed, the van's hitched, and we're ready for our 4 and a bit hour drive back to Melbourne. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and tune in for the next one as we explore Australia.